In today's video, what we'll do, we'll create a custom motivational sign using material. So basically we'll go from something rough looking like this to something nice polished like this. The diversity of materials that we can work with here in the shop at CNCKing.com is enormous. It's just amazing how many things we can do out of a whole bunch of different materials. But what's really cool, sometimes our customers give us their materials and we work with those to make custom promotional items or signage or whatever else. Just to illustrate an idea, this is from an old skid that we had here in the shop. So you can see it looks very rough. It looks like probably something you'd want to throw out or throw into a fire pit. But we're able to finish it to look really, really nice, as you can see here. So this was just laser engraved. There's no paint filling at all. And you can see a bit of a shine where the grain is. And that's because of the sealing of the wood. We'll probably need a couple more layers, but just to give you an idea, we can do signage like this out of any material, any shape, any size. But for this video, we're just going to focus on this one here. So let's take a look at this one here being made. In this case here, this is, I believe it's a birch or a maple plywood. So it's very, very strong, very hardy. Behind me here is a sign made out of pine with knots. Of course, if you want knots or you don't want them, just let us know and we'll find the wood applicable to your requirements. The depth we achieved here with the laser, it might be a little bit hard to see, but it's about 1/16 or roughly 1.5 to 2 mil, depending on the density of the wood. What's really cool about laser engraving wood is that you end up with grain, and the way the laser works is based on the density of the material. So there's no two-way feedback like a router. So a router, if it hits some grain, is still going the same depth. While with a laser, the grain has more density, which means that you end up with a bit less depth, depending on the laser settings. So that means what you end up having is you have a grain that follows through, and then where it's laser engraved, you actually have it a little bit more raised. And then it goes back down to the normal level. Now this is not something that's predictable, because again, it's all based off density and that's all relative to the laser power. But it just gives you some options for some unique characteristics of the wood, in this case, when you look at something very, very close. So if you need any custom signage, regardless of the material, contact CNCKing.com and we'll help you out.